Today is a quick review of a 1989 Honda Fourtrax 300. This thing has been a beast. It's been abused and abused, left out in the sun. It continues to run. Pretty much first push the button, not a whole lot of maintenance. It's got oil leaking down the side of it. Probably just a seal or a gasket, I'm sure. But like I said, it's been a really good overall bike. So here's some of the main things of it that you have. You got your kick start, which is right here. That I really enjoy this. A lot better than the pull string ones, because then you can use your weight to do the work rather than doing your arm or your back. It's pretty easy to kick over, not too bad. And then on this side also, you have your oil check right here, and then you have a compression release right here. So when you go to start it, this doesn't have a ton of pressure on it. If you're trying to push down on it, sometimes it's pretty hard. So you take and you can just undo this right here with the compression release, and then it makes it so you can push this down a lot easier with your hand or with your leg. So do that every time. You have your normal on-off switch. My battery's out of mine right now. So here's your on, and then what'll happen is you'll have your neutral light, and your oil temperature if it gets too hot. And this is your reverse button. The way that you work your reverse is over here. Normally there's a red button on top of this. You push this and then pull the brake, and then over here is your shifter. You push that down one time, that goes into reverse if you're in neutral. It's got 5 gears up. These things go about 30 miles an hour. You do have your choke over here. You've got your start button, your kill switch, your high and your low lights. So that's kind of this side of the bike. You have over here where your storage compartment is. I've lost mine. Over here is your release latch for your seat. So you pull that lever up, and that gets you to your air box where your air filter would go. You can undo these 4 things, and it just pops right open. Nothing too hard about it. So there's where your air filter sits. If you want to get to your carburetor on this thing, what you do is you undo the bolts right here, and then you kind of have to wiggle this out, and your carburetor sits just right underneath here. It's pretty easy to get to. Let me go to the other side of the bike real fast. On this side of your bike, you have your gas. You've got your on, off, and reserve right here. Pretty easy to work as well. Keep it off when you have it stored for a long time. And that's just the general outline of these four-wheelers. These early 80s, 2000 or 90s bikes, they lasted forever. This one's just a 2-wheel drive one. The 4-wheel drive ones, I beat the heck out of. These things are great bikes. Usually they stay about $1,500. It's kind of their hanging price, even if they're this old. One other thing right here is this is where your battery sits. You have to take off your seat, and then right here you just pull up on this and slide it out, and that's where your battery sits at. That's where all your cables and fuses and things are at. Pretty good overall bike. I would highly recommend getting one if you have the chance. This one was $250. Well worth the investment, what I got it for. And that's the general overall of these bikes. They'll go about anywhere, even in 2-wheel drive. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Oh, one last thing, sorry. Here's how you take the gas can off. So here's the on-off. All you do is twist that thing to off, and then you just twist this to get to your gas, and then you pull up. You can see the little grooves right here. So to put it back on, it's the same thing. Put it on, and then twist it until you hear a click, and then you twist that thing back, and that's how you check that. Good overall bike.